how to repot plants, or what to do when your plants outgrow the containers they are growing in. Hello, welcome to 7 Savings Garden, where we talk about gardening, ways to save money, and other special events. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get notified of all upcoming videos. So this is the potting container we're using right now. So we're gonna replace it with the little bit bigger size container, so that way it's much better for the plants, and it gives them a little bit more soil and more surface to hold water, because this dries out very quickly. So I'm gonna try to replace this with a bag that I made myself, and that should give it a little bit more room, a little bit more depth, and a little bit bigger width to hold a lot more potting mix. And so the soil is not gonna dry as fast as it does on this ones right here. As you can see, the production on this is doing great. My only concern with this is that it dries out very quickly. So if I don't water it for a day, I come in, everything is dry in here, and it might hurt the plant. So I'm just trying to make sure that I get the best production from what I'm growing right now, and also making sure that it maintains a good amount of soil moisture in there for the plant to continue growing and producing better peppers like this. So we're gonna replace that right now and use a little bit bigger bags for them. So let's start with that right now. So we're gonna replace it with a bag, this bag right here, which is a little bit bigger, and it's gonna be much better for the plants. So we're gonna replace this container right here with this one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill up the bag first. As you can see, there's a lot of pepper over here that's outweighing the container itself. So we're gonna try to replace that with a bigger bag. Let's just see if we can give it a little bit of support here. Okay, so we're gonna fill this bag right here with our potting mix right here. So we're gonna fill it up. So I just want to fill it up a little bit, and then I'll put in this one. So if you measure it and see that it goes in there completely, or what we can do is take out a little bit more. Just want to make sure that most of it is covered. Most of it is covered in here. So just want to, like that. That's good. So most of it is gonna be covered. So just a little bit of at the bottom, and we're just gonna dig it. Now we have to take out the plastic from it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a scissors. We can lay it down like that a little bit. Careful not to destroy it. Then we're just gonna cut it. If your plants are in a clay pot or in a different type of pot that you don't have to cut, all you have to do is just tap the sides. If it's in a plastic container, you can just tap the sides, or flip it upside down and tap the side, and it should be able to come out. This one is a little bit more difficult because there's some deeper spots that the soil and the roots has gone into. So I'm just gonna cut it and throw it away, and I should be able to plant it. I should be able to open it up like that, and then you want to flip it over a little bit and just take it out. Take it like that, so you can see the roots. It has a good root system. See the root system? So we're just gonna break it up a little bit like that. Expose the root, and then we put it in the bag. Okay, like that. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill it up with our potting mix, and you want to fill it up completely. Doing one hand job here. When filling the container, you want to fill it up and leave at least an inch or two from the top, so that way when you're watering the container, the water is not just going to overflow. It's going to be able to hold a little bit of container on the top. So we're going to fill it up as much as possible, but we're going to leave a little bit of room. I'll say like an inch or two on the top, at least an inch or two on the top, so that way it still gives you room to really water the plants and let the water go down by itself. So now, just lift it up like that, should be fine. And you see, it's able to hold the container now even without watering, because it has a lot more weight to it and a lot more composting potting mix inside. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more. That's it. That's all we need. Now we're gonna water it. But another better way of just watering it and making sure that it absorbs a lot of water is I'm gonna put in a bucket with water so that it absorbs as much water as it can, so that I don't have to keep there pouring water into it bit by bit. Let's go put it in a container and see the container right here. Let's go. So you're just gonna hold it like this, and I'll go with it. So this is the one that I put in there before. As you can see, it has absorbed enough water in there. So I'm just gonna take it out, put it aside, and it should be able, the excess water should be able to easily drain out, and all the potting mix will be soaked and have enough water for the plants. So we're gonna put this one that we just did. And you want to leave it in there for, I'll say, about 10-15 minutes. It's going to be able to absorb as much water as it needs, and then you can take it out. Usually when you plant it the first time like this, the potting mix is usually dry, so you want to make sure it's soaked. Another way of watering it is just to use the old-fashioned method of watering it, and just pour water like this, and you wait for the water to settle down a little bit, then you add more until it's completely soaked. So this way, you have to do it regular every few minutes once it drains, so that way it completely soaks the new potting mix that you put in there. That is why I prefer the soaking method, because you just put it in a container with water and it soaks up enough water. So with the amount of peppers I have in this container, I just want to make sure that it doesn't break because it's too heavy for the plant. I'm just gonna tie it, put a stick in there like that, and just tie it, and it should be able to support the plant. So we're gonna do the same thing to the rest of the plants that I have in the greenhouse that have outgrown the container. We're gonna do the same thing and just transplant it to a bigger container. So this is it. I have changed all of them to much bigger bags, and they're doing really well. More stable. The sticks are still holding the pepper up, as you can see. They're doing great. Okay, that is it for today. I hope you liked the video. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share. Thanks for watching. Happy growing.